way we are. There's something different about us. 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 We're pouring cup after cup after cup. Yeah, it's just the way we do it. Anything just to block out the real life, real life. Yeah, we're loving the way they think we're so messed up. Even if what we're doing is bad, there's so many emotions. Sharing stories that we never had, yeah, none is real. I think we're searching for reasons not to be like them. We fly around like paper planes, we never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us, still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are.
G'day everyone, welcome to another episode of TNT Footy. I am your host, not toast, host Taz. Next to me we've got Woogirl, who was back in action last night. How are you, Woogirl?
I'm very well, thank you. How are we?
Very well, very well. And beside him we've got a very happy North Melbourne supporter, the moistest person going around, Todd.
We're up and about, boys. We are up and about. It's a good win, boys. Good win.
Was a good win.
Absolutely.
Getting a bit nervous late then. As you know, I was watching it with you, boys.
Yes, I'm glad they won because it could have ruined the night.
That's true. And just to kick off the show, I got a bit of a joke for you. So knock knock.
Oh, I'm worried about
Who's
this.
there?
Who's there?
Owen!
Owen
the Saints! Go marching
That's
in!
an When the Saints go marching in.
There go me.
No, good win. Good
It
win
was a
there.
good win today. Well done, Saints footy.
And we've got Zoe down there, Saints footy.
Yes, it looked
Absolutely.
good. Looked good.
Zoe sent me a video before the game, or just as the bounce happened, and she goes, "Oh, yep, here's the St Kilda cheer squad." Excuse me, no one. And then she panned around to the Sydney cheer squad, packed.
It was full, yeah. Scott and Dean went to the game and they said the same thing. They said they were in the Sydney cheer squad and there was people everywhere. And he goes up the other end, there was no one.
Yeah, and what a game to miss for the Saints supporters. They'd be devastated.
Probably not a good game to miss, but different style of footy. From half time, they played that attacking brand that we liked. They put pressure on Sydney. But as you and we were just talking about off air, Ross Lyon might have the key to Sydney.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Let's
Let's
Ross
not talk
Lyon.
about it too much. We'll wait till we get to that game. But it's interesting round of footy.
That was a good round of footy, mate.
Great round.
Hey, Egi.
It was a great round of footy.
It was a great round, absolutely. Well, before we get into it, we've got a bit of an agenda. I'm in the train. Nice, Zoe, nice. Thank you for tuning in. So we'll go through the results as always. Moisty's Minute, Eggy's Deep Dive. I think we've got the last teams tonight, don't we?
No, we don't. When I had a look into it, there's 6 teams still to go. So I was like, oh, that's a bit much to do in one night.
And we'll go 3 and 3.
Yeah, we'll split it.
Beautiful. It means we can spend a bit more time on it then.
Yep.
Lovely. We got your questions from the viewers that have come in, and we've only got a few tonight, which is good. Means we can dive into them a bit more too, hopefully. And then we'll go through the tipping results, and there were some surprising outcomes.
Some great results. Great results this week.
Can't half tell you're up and about.
Yeah.
We're up and about, mate. We've had 2. We should have 5 wins this season, though. But two's all right. It's better than last year, or same as last year, but we're improving this year.
And it's bringing off the bottom. That's good to see.
That's it. Back Richmond.
Well, without further ado, let's go to the first game. Oh, Collingwood versus Essendon.
Oh, hang on
Oh,
a second.
sorry. Well, sorry.
Hang
What have I
on.
done?
Terrible. We've got to wait
You've
for Moist
skipped
to go
ahead.
through.
Yeah, so don't forget if our socials, if you haven't liked them already, the Facebook, the TikTok, the Instagrams, like all the videos we put down, and if you can subscribe there, it'd be fantastic. We're trying to get a bit more active on those, as we were just talking about that pre-show too. We're about to do some things on those.
Absolutely. We just got to get Moisty over here to log into Instagram and learn how to use it.
I'm the TikTok man. That's my role. TikTok.
We also do have a shop. We still haven't actually set up the stubby holders yet, but they are in process.
They're still coming.
Whether it's stubby holders or hoodies, we're still trying to work it out. But what we're trying to do is keep costs down for the people.
Yeah, but we don't want you paying $40 stubby holders. We don't want you paying $120 hoodies, and
No one wants that.
and we don't want to buy 120 stubby holders as well, and then only sell 3.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
If you're interested, just make sure you let us know you're interested in some stubby holders, and we'll probably give a few away as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have been talking about potentially doing a giveaway in the near future of one of our t-shirts. So keep an eye on our socials for that, because you will need to be on there to see when we are doing it. All right, Iggy, now you can go.
All right,
All
let's
right.
get into this first round, eh?
Collingwood
We've got
versus
your mob
Essendon.
taking up the freaking Essendon.
Yep.
Essendon Bombers.
And this
Didn't know you were Eggy, Todd.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. I didn't hear you then, Tassie. What'd you say?
I said, all right, Eggy, now you can go, and you just start talking.
Oh, I missed that. I was
Must be in
just
the back
thought
of
we're
the
going
car
to the
like
game.
like this morning. We couldn't hear him down the back there.
Yeah, he was hiding in the back seat.
But yeah, Essendon come over the top and beat Collingwood. They tried to come home near the end, but Essendon were just too good.
Yeah. Collingwood have just got too many injuries, mate.
Yeah,
It was
they
a big
do.
game. They needed this win if they wanted to play finals. They're going to get people back at the wrong time, I think, now. It's going to be a tough run home for Collingwood now.
Does look very
They
tough.
still held up pretty well, considering they lost Myercheck. I think Cameron went to hospital as well, and
Yeah.
Myercheck's out for the year, mind you.
Yeah, Cameron's at hospital. Hill's gone to hospital. Their forward line's going to consist of Jeremy Hale next week. He's going to have to kick 9 goals if they want to win next week.
Jeez, big ask.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big ask, because I think Johnson's still got concussion protocols as well, so he won't.
Yeah,
be able
he's
to come
another
in.
week. Yeah. And then Cox is another week as well.
Well, yeah, they
And
said,
Elliott.
so I hope they don't try and bring them back early when it's like too early.
We'll bring them back early and hurt them again. You don't want that to happen.
Not at all.
So you finally on board the Bombers, Tassie, or what are we doing here, mate? They
Don't be
finally
silly.
knocked someone in the top 8. And
They barely meet beats a VFL side.
barely beats a VFL. So I heard, are you in chat? Are you going to stand with Tassie calling your side a VFL side?
They've got that many injuries. They're basically going to be fielding their
Well,
VFL
there's
side.
that many injuries. We had Darcy Cameron paying at 80%. We had Josh Dacos paying at 80%. We had
Yep,
Braden Maynard paying at 80%. So
exactly. I
Yeah.
think
no excuses though, but it is
No
looking very
excuses.
grim.
I
And
think
we-
Essendon take their spot in the 8 now.
Yeah, well, they did knock him out of the 8 with that
Yep.
win. So
I've got Essendon making finals, but I don't think they've got. In maybe next year they'll do some damage. I just don't think they can this year.
Oh, there won't be a spot next year. North's going to rock it up there. Going to have to steal someone's spot.
like Hawthorn might this year.
All right, let's keep moving along. Next game, Todd, do you want to talk about this one?
Game of the round, mate. Game of the round. No, we were a bit nervous late there, but it's more North playing some good footy. McKercher come back was elite, but then Gold Coast. There's got to be something wrong with Gold Coast. They're
Away from
traveling.
home.
Yeah, I don't understand it, and I heard a lot in the radio about how it's super hard on interstate teams, but you get other interstate teams doing it. But I don't understand. I don't understand how you can be so good at home, and then they come down. They weren't bad, but they weren't elite.
Well,
I
Hawthorn
think that
travelled
they
to
can be.
Tasmania, and that's away, but that's their home venue, and they dominate.
Well, Gold Coast travelled to Cairns, which is miles away from their home, and still
And Darwin.
dominated.
Both.
Oh yeah, travelled to both of them.
They've definitely got some issues with their travel plans or itinerary. There has to be.
Yeah.
Their preparation away from home it needs to be looked at.
I'll put this one to. Oh, this is Moisey's minute. I'll leave it for Moisey's minute. But no, we were watching this game together because we had a Bucks party we were all on.
Yep.
And we were all on board North, I think.
We were all on board.
Trying to cheer them on.
I may have tipped Gold Coast, but
Yeah.
I wasn't changing it because it always turns out bad when you change it.
No, that's it.
Well, question, is Will Phillips one of the best taggers now?
He's got to be, doesn't he?
Looking
He
pretty
just
good.
seems to do a job every week. And he was talking about leaving because we couldn't give him a game. But now
Yep.
he's just probably first picked every week because you need a shutdown.
Yep. And I know we mentioned it on the show a few weeks back, but the tagging role nowadays is so important.
Oh, it's back now.
It is. I love it.
Anthony said he loved Dimmer's honesty. And
Yeah.
Artie said evening boys as well.
G'day, Artu.
Well, Dimmer, 100%. That's where I think this article's come from. Dimmer's gone from Richmond, where they didn't travel very often, to having to coach a side that they need to get young kids playing good away from home after travel and that. So it's a different sort of test for him. But
Richmond used to travel though, and they used to still win and play well.
yeah, but they say that like travel. Richmond used to play 14 games, 15 games in Melbourne.
True.
So Gold Coast every second week, roughly, they're on the road.
Yeah, that is true. But Brisbane do it.
Oh, Brisbane do it. Yeah, I don't know. There's something like you're professional athletes. What do you do? Train 3 times a week and play football once.
Yep.
You've got to have a lifestyle. I don't know. They come down to towns, they go out and party, do they? I don't know. I don't know what they do.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be investigated. But North Melbourne, mate, over the past 5-6 weeks, they have been fantastic. Since the bye, they've been fantastic.
Yeah. Since
I've looked-
that win over the West Coast, it's given them belief, that's for sure.
And it looked like a different team too.
G'day, Flaggers. They do. They really do.
Malcolm Flaggers.
I thought the interesting stat before the game where you guys were ranked 18th for contested possessions, clearances, and something else.
And yeah, it was defensive 50 acts or something.
Yeah, up until the bye round, and then since coming back from the bye, you're ranked 5th, 4th, and 6th or something.
And 6, yeah, just flying along there.
That's unreal. It's
And
like they're starting.
McKercher coming back too from injury.
Yep.
Couple in the VFL and then probably gets BOG.
Yeah, it's huge. That run down the wing was fantastic.
Oh, remind me of young Boomer Harvey. They showed the clip next to that on all the North pages. They got them running because Boomer goes and kicks that point. If you remember that 6 bounce point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No, it was awesome. Absolutely.
But no, very exciting time to be a North Melbourne supporter, I think.
Definitely. Next game was a bit of a letdown. We had both these games on at the pub we were at.
Yep.
Fortunately, and TV's right next to each other, so it was amazing. But it just wasn't worth watching. Port Adelaide come out and absolutely dominated the Dogs from the get-go.
And Dogs didn't look good at all.
No.
What came out with the game plan and they stuck to it and it won them throughout the game.
And their young kids all 5 too.
Yes.
But
Yep.
they had a point to prove this week.
Well, that's 2 weeks in a row now. They've played better.
Yeah.
I know they only won by 2 points last week, but they've definitely got a bit of a chip on their shoulder at the moment by the looks of it.
Well, I don't know. The Bulldogs didn't play very well, but Port couldn't have played much better, I don't think, from what we were seeing.
Yeah.
They looked elite.
Yeah, definitely. Do they beat Suns next week at Suns?
Oh, I don't think so. No one beats Suns at home.
Yeah. I don't
It's
think
just
so either.
I don't know how it works, but Suns, they're just a different breed up there.
I think Suns win that quite comfortably because of the rocket Dimmer's going to put up them this week.
Yeah, but I don't know he would have done it every week they've lost away. I don't know what a
Yeah.
Rocket's going to do.
I don't know.
But they want to play finals. They've got West Coast away coming up as well. If they drop that game, there's got to be some in-house stuff done.
Absolutely.
They drop a game to the way West Coast playing at the moment. If they drop that game, there's got to be some. Oh, we're on the wrong game anyway.
And I was going to say, and it was the same old Bulldogs as well. So inconsistent. You just don't know what team's going to turn up of them, and it's really frustrating.
Well, it's just a coin flip, isn't it?
Yeah.
You run into the game. Just you get the dynamic Bulldogs that beat a team by 100, or you get the ones that just play chip to chip and can't keep up.
Yeah, it's just it's just crap. It's not really acceptable for a team of their quality either. Like the players that they've got on their list, they should be doing so much better than what they have for the last 3-4 years.
Well, on paper, you'd say they've probably got the best midfield,
Yeah, yep.
but performance-wise, not so much. They just can't do it on the park. They've probably got the best player to play the game in the last 10 years.
Yep. We're close to it. Definitely. And I think I do like the move of Rory Lobb going down back. I think he's been quite good down back, him and Jones. But
Jones was good back there, but yeah, I'm the same. I don't know how it works.
yeah, it's frustrating because they've also got one of the best ruckmen in the league when he's up and firing too.
Yeah, he's been a bit off too, hasn't he?
He had a good game yesterday, but yes. What's that he got there? No holding the ball when you're wearing the hoops. Cow paddocks not up to AFL standards. He sent me a message. I saw that before we started the show, and I just cracked myself laughing. It was a great. Speaking of hoops, let's move on to that game now. So
Is that,
Geelong
yeah, I
got the ball.
was about to say, is that why he's getting up? Because we're about to move to that game. He's talking about Geelong clearly because he's a Hawthorn boy.
Yep.
We didn't see too much of this game, or I didn't watch too much of this game.
Nah, neither. I don't remember that. We were playing a bit of pool and drinking a bit by that time.
We watched bits and pieces though. We should have got Ping on as a special guest. He said he was
Should've.
watching every quarter, but I
Yeah.
think he's a little bit biased towards Geelong. So, Artie, what were your thoughts on the game? If you want to put us in chat, I mean, we get the first part, no holding the ball when you're wearing the hoops, but I thought their stadium and their ground was okay down there.
Yeah.
Where's Warringah? That's a GSPN stadium.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
they've got a weird name next to it. But no, I think their ground's very good at Skilled this year.
Yeah, I thought it was. Sam De Koning's getting better and better in the ruck because I remember patches from what we saw, and he's improving by the week. They might have found their next ruckman.
Better to Coney, you reckon?
No, I wouldn't go to that extent yet.
I heard
once
that
they-
all game.
Yeah,
all
that's
day we
that's
heard that.
That's all chatting.
Terrible.
I just sort of jump on the bandwagon for whoever's winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
But
it's like the game after this, but we'll touch on that soon.
And what about Geelong? Since Hawkins has gone out of the side, they've been playing very well.
They've been scoring a lot more too, haven't they? So do you
They
reckon
have.
he's a bit of a hindrance down forward line, taking just a hold down spot? Now they're getting it in a bit quicker to the younger kids that are flowing.
Yep.
They're hitting the
Moving
feet
a
a
bit
bit more.
Because that Neil guy looks pretty good up forward.
Yep.
And him and De Koning, if they can rotate through ruck, that'd be fantastic for them for the future because they're both young.
And that's what Geelong haven't done for a couple of years. They've gone seniority, but they're firing at the moment. So who are we to argue?
Yeah, exactly. And from what I saw, Danger had a pretty good game as well. I think it was pretty dynamic, pretty explosive as he can be, as we know. Yeah, so I thought he was pretty good from what I saw too. Hawks probably just being a younger team went against them. They might be starting to run out of legs now after their really good run.
And that might be like 5 in a row. They get a bit like, as we said, Sydney did just like a bit, don't know the word, but don't know the word I'm looking for, but just got a bit comfortable.
Tired, do you think?
Yeah, tired or comfortable, like, oh, this is easy. We're going to win next week as well, sort of thing. And then got jumped by Geelong.
Oh, so they kind of just had the expectation that it'll just
Complacent.
gonna
Got a bit
happen.
complacent. I think that's the word I was looking for.
Yep.
So they just, oh, yeah, it's going to happen this week too. And then when they got jumped, they're like, oh, what do we do? And just couldn't kick into that gear.
Yep. Yeah, well, it'll be a good learning for them because, like we know, they're still a very young side. A lot of upside for them. A lot of upside.
And next week they've got Fremantle over here. So if they tick off Fremantle next week, they're right back in the hunt again.
That's a big win if they beat Freo.
Yeah.
Huge, absolutely huge. Artie's got here, to be honest, we were beaten by a better team, did not turn up, and they jumped us, and we just couldn't stop them. Artie, are you feeling okay? You hate Geelong. Anthony, complacent.
That's the word I was looking for.
Oh, yeah, look, I think he's a little bit hungover, guys.
Yeah,
No, I feel all right. I was
I'm a bit
just sort
hungover
of,
too. Lost
nah,
for words. Good
Makes
week.
three
yeah, a
of
bit
us.
lost for word. Just couldn't think of the word I was looking for, but it was complacent. That's right.
He's
Well,
also put they can have all the 4 points every season, but we'll never get back 08 and 89 up the Hawks.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. All right, moving
refuse
on.
to.
This game finished well for
It's
Carlton, but GWS, they were playing like they were possessed second and third quarter.
Well, it was early season GWS, wasn't it? Because
It
Carlton
was.
jumped them, and then GWS when they turned the switch, because we were watching this one, and GWS were just quick. They hunted the ball. They didn't let
Pressure.
Carlton near the ball. The pressure was good. They had
Hogan.
Hogan firing up forward. And so you knew exactly what I was thinking for. But yeah, Jesse Hogan kicks fires up forward, and just Carlton couldn't get near him.
Not at all. And then last quarter, Carlton started to get the game going their way. They kicked a few to narrow the score a bit. I think if there was I reckon if there was another 10 minutes, Carlton would have got on top. But GWS were the better team. Absolutely.
Yeah, done enough early.
Yeah. Apparently, Kerno rolled his ankle before the game. He actually had to do a fitness test before the siren to make sure he was still going to be right to play because he heard it during the
So good.
warm-up.
Nearly broke the streak too. I believe he kicked one in the last quarter to keep
He
the
did, and
streak
it
going.
was a bit of a dribbler too, from what I hear.
With a dribbler.
'Cause
Yeah.
we heard that bit on the radio, I think, because we were on our way back into town at that point. But GWS, if they can keep that form up, they could definitely make finals and do some damage.
Well, right back in the hunt now. I think they're sitting seventh. And
Yeah.
we had them falling out because they were the average play. But if they play like that every week, they're probably nearly back to favourites.
Yeah. Maybe that all Sydney grand final can still happen.
Can still get there. If Sydney make it now.
Say about it.
This is true. This is true. Sydney, yeah. Yep, absolutely. Who we got next?
Then we got Fremantle Richmond, which was on during this game, so we didn't see much of it, but it was a demolition job.
Any of it, yeah.
Yeah, we flicked over during the quarter time and halftime breaks. Freo just dominant.
But remember,
Absolutely.
we watched a 15-minute period of this, and they didn't kick a goal, either team. And that's why
Correct.
we went back to halftime with the other game and watched halftime. So we can't really tell you much, but by look at the score and by the highlights, I think Fremantle were just too good, far too good.
Yes, but I don't think it was I think it was a pretty scrappy game from what we saw. With a lot of
Well, it was so wet. Did you see how it destroyed the Richmond banner?
no.
It pissed down just before the game and it destroyed the Richmond banner. You'll be able to see that.
Well, that'd be why then. So
Yeah.
we didn't even know it was raining there.
Yeah, that would explain a lot. Well, for Freo to kick 16-9, that's pretty good then.
Yeah, win by 51 points over in the wet.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, we know where Richmond's at though, and I guess the question's going to be now, will Richmond tank?
Well, this little cheeky fact here, this is the first time Richmond's been on the bottom of the ladder for a week since we've come to the 18-round competition.
Wow.
18-team competition. First time they're going to finish a round on bottom of the ladder.
Huge. And with the potential losses of Dusty, Rioli, and Baker.
Yeah, they might need some picks. I think they're a proud club. They're not going to want to finish on the spoon, but I don't think they're going to have a lot to say.
I think if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
I don't think they will. Yeah, I don't think they'll come out to lose a game of footy because like you said, they're proud.
And we've seen that with North last year. Teams don't want to lose. They had the opportunity to tank and they could have Kircher and Reed, but you can't tank.
No, I agree with that. Freo in good form though.
Oh, Freo flying. That puts them
Very
up to
good
third,
form.
I think, again, doesn't it? Keeps them
Up
in
to
third
third.
spot.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
And real chance now, contender.
They're showing it. They've flicked the switch. They're not playing that defensive shit anymore.
Well, they've flipped it since the bye as well.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, they've won 4 of their last 5. So definitely a team to watch out for heading into the latter part of the season.
And just before we go on, we've got Anthony. The streak continues, and Kerno got a cheeky one at back of the pack in the square in the last quarter.
Thought so. I remember hearing that. Melbourne and the Eagles. Now, I didn't watch this. I was asleep. Did either of you two watch this
I
game?
was out shopping and missed most of it. When I did get back to watch it, that's when I fell asleep as well. So
Yeah, I watched it until the Sydney game started, and Melbourne were just too good. I think they kicked 38 to 8 in the first quarter,
Oh, jeez.
and from then it was just a demolition job. It was just couldn't keep up. They were too rough. Viney in the middle. I think it
how
was
was that
Viney.
boy Harley Reid?
Harley Reid didn't see much of him. To be honest, I don't think he done a lot.
I don't think he
There
got
wasn't
many
any.
touches.
No, there wasn't any
Yes.
explosive ones I've seen out of Reid. No burst from the packs.
16 touches he got.
No,
16 touches. Yeah, he wasn't.
no stiff arming and Clayton Oliver or anything like that.
Well,
Like
he
last
got
time.
No.
four clearances, 7 tackles. So it sounds like he wasn't impactful, though.
Yeah, wasn't impacted. It was Rivers out the middle. Rivers for Melbourne looks like he's replacing Petrarca well. He's been good the last couple, but he dominated with 7 clearances, 29 touches.
Huge.
And yeah, he was going real good. Kelly tried, but no help really.
Yep. Yeah, and Tom McDonald, he's back playing defence, I think.
Back on the halfback, yeah.
Yeah.
On across the halfback.
Fantastic. That's
But
good.
they looked good, but they were playing a real beat up Eagles, and I think the Eagles are in a lot of trouble. I think they said Adam Simpson is going to get looked at now, but I don't know if it's entirely his fault or the depth of the list they got.
Well, the problem with the Eagles is they were coming out saying that they've been hit by injuries. They haven't got any players to choose from. They're nearly back at full strength, and they're losing to a Melbourne side who are very inconsistent at the moment.
And very injured too, Melbourne, but they were winning games when the new kids come in.
Yes.
They were winning games when they were injured and shouldn't, and now they've brought their seniors players back and they're looking worse.
Yeah, they look slower.
Yeah.
They do look slower. And they, like last week, they got smashed by Hawthorn.
In every aspect, though.
Correct. So I think they need to bring those younger guys back through.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And following this game, this was a cracker. Absolute
Cracker of a game. And this is what we'll go getting at before. Does Ross Lyon need a phone call from every coach in the league as to how to beat Sydney? Because his game style seems to be the only style that can beat Sydney.
Yes.
I think Ross Lyon needs to play that game style for 4 bloody quarters.
Yeah. Oh, not his second. There's just something like that second half was dynamic, elite, electric. The St Kilda we've been wanting to see all week. In the first half, they were down by 30 points.
Yep. Do you know what they were playing like? They were playing like Richmond in the premiership years. Just get the ball forward.
Just tap on at all costs. I know Sydney missed a heap of shots and it was a bit of a letdown down forward, but Sydney don't do well under pressure is what I'm gathering from this. Richmond, Freo, St Kilda, the 3 best pressure teams in the comp have all beaten Sydney. So you just got to get pressure on the ball against Sydney.
There was, I'm going to say the player of the match for this in regards to impact, especially in the third quarter, was Henry.
Henry, yes. Big
He
game.
was everywhere. Absolutely everywhere.
We've found St Kilda's game changer. Is that what you're saying?
Potentially. And because he's been out injured all year.
Yeah, he's only played a couple of games. He's just coming back through. So that could be their game changer we're looking for.
Could be the X factor. Definitely.
And he was everywhere in that third quarter, Henry.
Yeah. And he I don't know how he did it, but there was one point where St Kilda got the clearance. Henry got the handball. And just as he was getting tackled, he sort of jumped, lifted his arms up, handballed it over his head straight to a St Kilda player who was out free. Boom, away they went. Scored
and off he went.
Yeah, and I think he got a few goal assists, or he should have got more than one. He actually set up a few goals because he was in the play. Kicked a goal or two himself as well. So
no, it was Dino. It was everywhere, Henry.
Yeah, absolutely. He was absolutely fantastic.
And that could be their new, because he doesn't have to have a heap of the ball. It just has to be enough to change the game.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe he can be that player. So really, really good win by St Kilda. Jack Higgins.
Their fans really needed it, didn't they?
Well, the ones that were watching at home because there was none at the ground.
None at the stadium, you reckon?
But Sydney, McDonald had the chance again late in the game.
And there was players out he took the responsibility. He's like, no, it was my set shot kicking last week. I'm doing it this week. He had a better shot this week, but turned his back instead of getting the better option forward to take, which is good for a young kid to do. But if you're gonna do that, you've got to do it.
Absolutely, especially when you're 50 meters out.
Yeah. Which he had the distance in him. He had the kick in him.
But
He's
you're
missed
better
it
off giving
slightly.
it to a teammate who's closer.
Oh, mate, they were out everywhere in that 50, but he wanted the responsibility, which is a good sign. He signed a new deal, wanted the responsibility, which is a good sign.
Yeah, absolutely. Zoe, you're their number one fan, mate. You're there
Yeah.
at most games, and my face has been covered up on YouTube by a little pop-up there.
Yep. little virus thing. Oh, hello.
It's saying I'm a virus, is it? Gee, it's all right.
Boris,
All right, last game before we
we're running at
move
75%
on.
this week.
What's that, Iggy?
We're all running at 75% this week. Maybe we do have a bit of a...
Yeah, we'll go with that. Lions and Crows. Crows almost stole it.
yeah, Lions jumped them early, and then Crows were storming home, mate.
Yeah. They did the same thing. They played that quick attacking pressure footy towards the fourth quarter. The end of the fourth quarter. And yeah, only lost by 11 points in the end.
And Brisbane sort of slowed a bit, but it's not as if they were playing bad football. I think Adelaide just turned up.
Yep. I'd agree with that. I would agree with that. Except I've got a real bugbear at the moment with Danaher.
Danaher.
Yep.
Oh, turtle.
He is the most selfish footballer that I have watched. He is burning teammates left, right, and center so he can try and be the hero. I noticed it in today's game, and it really got to me.
And is that why that no one was passing it to him, or no one was letting him take the mark?
It's possible because he got the ball and he decided to try and do a snap around the corner instead of giving the hands to Charlie Cameron, who was in a much better spot facing the goals, and he missed it. Then there was another spot where he had a shot from about 45 meters out on the run instead of just bobbing it over the top to a teammate he had running into the goal square. They were just two examples.
And if you watch Danaher too, if that's him in the goal square and a teammate goes over, absolute blast, whether they kick the goal or not.
Yep.
He will give them a spray.
Yep.
Which is okay to do, but then you've got to do it in the same situation. You can't spray someone for doing one way. I notice that a lot when I watch him play.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't know how they deal with it because you need to play team footy to win convincingly, and in finals you need every teammate to be playing team footy, and he has not got that attitude, and I don't like it.
No, he's a solo player.
What do you guys think in chat?
Could that off-field drama that was over in the off-season be in America?
Yeah, it was America. Yep.
Yeah, don't know. There's just something about him, but
he's always been that though. Even at Essendon, he wanted to be the man.
But I feel it's worse now. I feel like he got a bit better there last year, and now he's just gone back, but even 2-time.
And gone backwards, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Artie's put in Cat, the Three Stooges, Fakers, Cristiano Ronaldo, Rat Hernandez, and Old Man Silva still crying over in Germany, causing major flooding. Get on the Dutch. I have no idea what you're talking about, Artie.
I don't even know where you're getting this from.
Yeah.
That was in chat.
Oh, it didn't come up for me.
Have
No,
you got
I
top
haven't got it come
messages
up
or
yet.
have you got all messages?
I got all
Oh, I've got top chat, do I? Live chat. Oh, it's above Zoe. I was looking at Zoe's.
Yes. And then Zoe's was, yes, she was there.
Hey, I didn't have that Artie one. That's just snuck past me.
Yeah.
It just popped up then.
Interesting. The good news story from Brisbane is Will Ashcroft. He's come in and impacting straight away.
Yeah.
A firing, isn't he?
Yep.
It's good. A little cult hero there too. They love him.
Yeah, they do. And his brother comes through this year too. This year,
If
next
they
year.
get him.
I think it's this year.
If they get him.
Hopefully they
Father
do.
sons could be changing.
I hope they get him. I love the father-son rule. I really
But
do.
then you look at this, and this is what I harp on about. Carlton's going to get 2 number 1 draft picks.
They're not
Brisbane's
number
going to
one.
get one. Oh, not number 1, but 2 first rounders. And
Mhm.
Brisbane will get a first rounder for finishing 2nd and 3rd on the ladder.
Well, the
effectively.
Twins, one of them's a first rounder, one of them's predicted to be a second rounder.
Second rounder.
Ashcroft is predicted to be a top 3 pick.
Yeah.
Dacos was a top
I think.
number one pick.
Well, he went fourth though.
Yeah.
Should have gone number one though. Let's be
Should have
honest.
gone one,
But yeah.
and Ashcroft should go one too.
Correct.
Which Brisbane, if it's this year, fourth, contending to a premiership, get the number one in the VFL comp, in the under 18 comp. I don't see the fairness.
Yeah, when it's father son, I'm all for it because it's something that's tradition for our game, and I love that how it's different to other codes.
It is, but it's only supporting the bigger clubs that have been there forever.
But
What about the Gold Coast? Yeah, but you want to scrap the academy, which is supposed to be the equaliser of the father son.
Until Gold Coast get enough people through there that have played 100 games, and then they'll be in the same
Then
fence.
they'll be in the same space. But at the moment, you guys want the academy gone this year, but you're more than happy for the father son because it benefits your clubs. Melbourne clubs get benefited by the father son. Interstate don't.
Yeah, they do.
The
Eagles
younger
is one with-
interstate don't. Yeah, but the young interstate don't.
No,
The Gold
no,
Coast,
no.
the GWS, there's not enough there yet. And there's probably Freo's another one. They're just starting to get them coming through now.
Yep.
But that's the equaliser. That's what they were brought in for. To equalise the father-son talent. Now there's more coming through the academy now, which I do agree with. So there might need to be some tweaks.
What about Sydney then? Because they get father sons and academy.
Yeah, I don't know why Sydney get everything. They always have.
It's interesting. It's very interesting.
But then the academy needs to be tightened because what Gold Coast does in last year can't happen again.
Yeah, correct. They should be limited, I think.
Yeah, same with father sons. One in the first round.
Most years you're only going to have one in the first round.
Yeah,
it's very
I think so.
Father sons are nowhere near as frequent as academy. Do you know what I mean? Like academy, you can have one good player, or you can have 5, like Gold Coast.
10 good player. Yeah.
Father son, you're going to have one maybe every few years.
But let's just pick one. I think top 5 picks should not be affected by either. They're the 5 best talents coming out. I think they should be unable to be touched. Bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
That's my ruling anyway. But until North Melbourne's father son, Sheasel's son comes out as twins, and they're going to go 1-2. I think Egi's froze on us, does he?
No,
him and McKercher. No, he's just having a power nap.
I'm having a power nap. Him and McKercher start having some boys.
I'm just reading Artie's message, trying to figure it out.
What's he put?
Lord help me. I'm trying to listen to you guys, and the missus put on the first ever episode of The Muppet Show. Get me out of here.
Yeah. So is she playing your life story, Artie?
Oh,
what's shots fired? Shots fired.
Yeah, I know. What's who you referring to there? Is he Kermit? Are you calling his wife Miss Piggy? Are you? Or...
I'm calling him a Muppet. All right. Moisty. Let's get
the minutes up. We better get moving on, eh?
Right.
Yes. Let's
you know the drill.
Through.
We got the 10-second intro, and then you got a minute on the clock to get us through your little questions. Could have done that a bit better.
There's only a few this week, boys. There's only a few this week. So let's get it right.
We're only running at 75% this week. All right, let's kick it off.
All right, we're back with another Moisty's Minute. All right, the first one, I'm probably going to hit you with a bit of a rough one here, boys, because I do a bit of news, but you don't. Do you like the new Tassie Stadium design?
Haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it.
23,000 people stadium and not big enough for AFL, or should they be made build bigger?
No, I think down there it's okay now.
Yeah. It's twice as much as what they can handle at the moment, isn't it?
Yes. Game plans, do they matter more than ever?
Yes.
Yep.
Concern for the top 2?
No.
Dustier certainty to Gold Coast now?
No.
I don't think so, but aren't they saying it is, or?
Everyone's saying it is, yep. Does Ross just need to let these kids play now?
100%.
100%.
And Heaney, is he getting rubbed out? Is this going to cost him a Brownlow?
Oh, I missed that.
No.
Punched him in the face, blood nose coming off?
I don't think he should.
All right. That's another Moisey's minute anyway. It was short and sweet.
That was quick.
That was
Jeez.
that,
Did it
that
20
was
minutes
quicker
on
It
the
was
than
clock?
real
you.
quick. I thought we were going to talk more about the stadium. We're going to have to look it up, but
No.
I was going to give Eggy a little design to bring up on the thing, but we got going too late.
It's because you were asleep, isn't it?
That's exactly what happened. But no, that's Moisey's minute. So short
Artie,
and sweet.
shots fired.
Shots have been fired. He goes, I have mentioned countless times about Spud wearing a hat to stop the glare of his melon head.
I've mentioned that too.
You know what? Just because I polish it each night.
It's just because we're at the MCG and the sunlight's
He-
coming straight down on it.
He polishes it just before he comes on stream too, I think.
Absolutely. Just for you, Artie.
All right, now we got my favourite segment of the week, Eggy's Deep Dive. I'm really loving these ones, mate.
Well, that's good.
Absolutely.
We've got 3 teams this week. We've already touched on, we're halfway through the stats deep dive. We've already covered Geelong, Gold Coast, Western Bulldogs, Essendon, Melbourne Lions, and the Hawks. This week we're going to go into Collingwood, GWS, and Port Adelaide. Now, Collingwood first, sorry. There's seven rounds to go. And next week we've got Collingwood and Geelong at home. Who do you think wins that one?
I've got
I think-
Geelong for the injuries.
Yeah, same. And that's
They can't kick a
purely-
stall without the forward line.
Purely the only reason is the injuries.
And what about Hawthorn and Collingwood at
I think you win that.
I think Hawthorn because of the injuries again.
I'm going with Collingwood, so
Yeah.
majority
Okay,
wins.
1-1.
Collingwood
He's win the week after.
Collingwood v Richmond.
Yeah.
That's 2 then. Then we got Collingwood v Carlton. Where,
I think Carlton win that one.
where,
I think Carlton win that
yeah,
one.
me too. I think from watching the way how sort of teams throughout the years they sort of play. They play once and then they come back and they beat each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've got 2-2. Sydney v Collingwood in Sydney.
Swans.
Swans, yeah. They won't lose 3. They won't lose anymore, I think.
And Collingwood v Brisbane.
Brisbane.
That's down here, isn't it?
Yes.
Brisbane.
You ask who that's down here and you still give it to
Oh.
Brisbane. What's the point of asking it?
And then Melbourne v Collingwood, which will be down here, but probably be a blockbuster match maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be a genuine 50-50, so I say we give it to you.
Yeah, I reckon Collingwood that one. So is that what's that? How many more wins does that give you?
3.
Oh,
Three. So that
I don't
11.
think that's enough.
That's 11 wins.
Well,
Yeah.
12 because they got 2 buys. Oh, 2 draws.
Oh yes, yep. So it's 12.
Which I think will miss this year. We'll have to look out at the end of this. Oh, sorry, Eggy, we're just interrupting
alright.
you.
So, and now next we got GWS, which are looking hot to trot at the moment, coming back into form. And this week they got Richmond at the MCG.
I think GWS.
They should smash them. Yeah.
And then we got GWS v Gold Coast at GWS.
GWS.
Oh no, that's right. Yep. Melbourne v GWS.
Giants.
GWS. was gonna
GWS
ask
v Hawthorn at GWS.
Giants.
Giants, yeah.
Brisbane v GWS in Brisbane.
Brisbane.
And then we got GWS v Fremantle at GWS.
Oh, I
I'm
reckon
going
that's a
Freo.
50. I think I'd go Freo that one. They're in good form.
And then we got Bulldogs v GWS, and I think it's yet to be determined. It could be at. Is that the one that could be at
At Mars,
Mars Stadium.
Yeah.
I think it is at Mars Stadium.
I'm going to go Dogs for that one. They don't lose it at Mars.
Oh, I think GWS, but
Oh,
Eggy can decide.
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go Bulldogs. I think
The Mars Stadium.
I think the Mars Stadium, and I think they could. I think they might be already set in the 8. Bulldogs will be fighting for a spot in the 8. Be pretty
Yep.
close, where they might have to come. Now we got
So,
Port
'cause-
Adelaide,
Oh, yep.
and in the Gold Coast,
Lose that.
and then Port Adelaide v Richmond in Adelaide.
Win that.
Carlton v Port Adelaide in.
I think that's at Marvel, and I like the way Carlton play Marvel against Port.
Yeah, I'll go Carlton.
Port Adelaide v Sydney in Adelaide.
I'll give that to Sydney.
Ooh.
Melbourne v Port Adelaide.
Do you think Sydney and Port? Do you think Sydney will beat them, Maggie?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. I think Port beats Melbourne.
Yeah. Port's beats Melbourne.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Port beat Melbourne. And then we got the derby, Port Adelaide v Adelaide.
Port,
Sorry, I don't know who that is.
X-Man.
No, who's Alexander?
Alexander Volkanovski was an Australian champion, UFC champion.
Yes.
He was.
So who's like him?
I
No,
like
he
him.
said you like Alexander Volko. Yes, we're Alexander
like the
Volko
Volk.
fans on here. We all like the Volk.
I don't watch UFC, but the other two do. Sorry, mate. Sorry, X-Man. But thank you for joining the show.
Thank you, X-Man. So yeah, the derby, Port Adelaide v Adelaide.
I've got Port.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me
I
too.
think Port.
Then we got Freo v Port in most likely over in the
Freo.
I got
West.
Freo winning that one.
Yeah, I think it's over in the West, yeah.
Oh.
Where's that put us?
I think Port Adelaide looking around the same as Geelong.
That's 15 wins for Port.
Yep.
So that they'll comfortably make the 8.
Yep.
Yep. Who else we got?
GWS, but they had 4 wins and 3 losses. So actually it'll be 2 wins and 3 losses.
2 more wins.
Yep.
So
We'll
they'll
put
be
them on
11. So they'll be in that Collingwood hunt.
Actually, no, it was 4 wins. Sorry, I didn't make the.
4. So that puts them 13.
75%.
Puts them 13. A little bit off today, boys. A little bit off.
Yep.
But that puts them 13 tied with Collingwood.
That should win. Make finals. That I think 13 wins is guaranteed finals this year.
What was Collingwood then? We had them on 12.
Yes.
It was
Yes,
11
it
and
was 11,
draw.
Yeah, in the draw.
Yeah. But we also had them beating Essendon.
Yes.
So you got to take one off.
Well, we got to add one to Essendon because we had Essendon not winning that one.
Stupid Essendon.
Mate, I told you boys. I said
there's
they're
a couple
final.
upsets this week. So I think we had GWS losing to Carlton as well.
Yeah, we did.
We did. So that's an extra win for them too.
Yep.
And then, yeah, Collingwood we've got with another 5 wins, did you say?
Collins with another 3 wins. Because two have already played just to make it.
Already been on, yeah.
So that'll put them on 12. So they'll be fighting for that 8th spot. So that Melbourne-Collingwood game last
Could
round
decide it.
could be a decider. Definitely.
If
That's
they
huge.
both get there.
Yeah,
Because
and
look
I
at
suppose
who are
if-
you going to drop out above them? Because you've got GWS, Brisbane, Port Adelaide, Geelong, Essendon, Fremantle. We've got the top 5. We say they're going to get 13 plus. Port Adelaide's going to be 13 plus. GWS 13 plus. And Brisbane's not going to be out of the 8. So they could be battling for 9th, those two.
Jeez. Yeah, so do you think the top 8 set?
No.
Going on our list, it is.
No, this is, but,
Done so far.
but we do clash on a few. So
We do clash on a few things, yeah.
Gee, it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be tight, though. It's going to be a
Do you know what
very,
I think we
very
do?
tight season.
I think after we finish the last 3 teams next week, I think we'll do a ladder predictor.
Yeah, I've already got it in the works. So after we do it, I'm gonna have it already ready.
Well, I think we do the ladder predictor that from all of us with our results.
Yeah.
And then I think we have individual ladder predictors and see who's the closest
Okay, let's do that.
At the end of the season.
at the end of next week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've got 3 more teams to go through and there'll only be 3 or 4 rounds to go at that. Oh, no, there's still 5 or 6 actually.
5 or 6 rounds to go.
5 or
yeah.
6 rounds to
So
go.
there'll be 6 rounds to go, and we'll have the results from next week's as well.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we'll have 4 ladder predictors, 1 as a team, and then 3 individuals.
And now each one's it.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Eggy, I'm loving this segment, mate.
That is good. Yes.
It's good deep dive
even
going.
at 75%.
We're all 75% today.
Oh, goodness. All right. So who we got left to go next week?
We got Sydney, Carlton, Fremantle, all the top 3s.
Love it.
Well, top 3 out of 4. Did I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I know
top
what you
3 side.
I know what you mean. Beautiful. All right.
Now to my favourite section is where we get back to the viewers.
Definitely. I think there's a few people actually quite busy this week. We didn't get as many questions. Look, it probably didn't help that I posted it at midday asking for questions either.
And then went for another nap.
And then went for a sleep afterwards.
So I do apologize, guys, but if you do get any questions during the week, feel free to message our socials, Instagram or Facebook, and put your question in the draw to be read out and answered by us three armchair experts, I'm going to call us, because we're definitely not experts.
No, we're not.
I'm an expert.
We do
North
love to have
Melbourne,
a
look
good
at
yarn, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. That's why we started the show. We were talking footy anyway, so we
Yeah.
thought, why not get people involved?
Sit in front of a camera. What could go
exactly
wrong?
right.
And we pick on each other.
Yeah.
All right. So first question this week is from Sil. I think he is in chat, or he was in chat before. Is Carlton still finishing top 4 after last night's loss? Do you read much into the loss?
No.
No, I don't read much into it. Yes, they'll still finish top 4, but I think it was more GWS performing than Carlton not performing.
Yep.
And then they sort of kick back late to show that they can still do it.
Yep, I'd agree with that. So do you think they'll still finish top 2?
I think
Yeah, they'll
I
beat
think
out
so.
Freo. It's only Freo and Essendon chasing them, so I think they'll be
Essendon
right
won't.
for top 2.
Beautiful. Thank you for the question, Sil. Next question is from Zoe. I wonder if she's still on the train. She's actually got 2 questions, and I liked them both, especially the second one, but we'll go with the first one here. A lot of chatter about umpiring this season. Are 4 umpires better than 3?
Yeah, do you know much about how many umpires are on there at the moment?
There's 4 at the moment.
And is that including the boundary umpires?
No.
No, so there's
okay.
4 field umpires instead of 3. There used to be 3 field umpires, and I think we were doing better last season with 3 field umpires.
Yeah.
I agree.
I reckon 100% 3. And are they rotating, or is there's always 4 on the field?
Always 4 on the field. I think it's over umpired now.
Is that-
I
and
reckon
there's-
cut it back to 2. I reckon you can cut it back.
The 3 was fine. We didn't seem to have as many controversial with 3, but now we're getting umpires overruling other umpires' decisions
Yes.
and getting it wrong.
Yes. Agreed with that. I also think the score review sometimes they're asking for a score review when it's clear as day to the goal umpire. I think they're scared to make a decision.
I'm scared, but that'll get sorted next year with the chip technology.
I hope so. I haven't heard how that's going in the VFL.
Or is it more like, instead of people complaining about like the goal umpire was wrong, that they've sort of shown that they've dive deeper into it to show you that no, it was literally touched.
No, I don't think so. Like there was a call today in the Brisbane game where it was clear as day that the defender had actually touched the ball before it went over the line, and they still called a goal review, a score review.
I think they've been told to do that though.
Really?
Because of clearly they haven't because of that North Melbourne Kangaroo Collingwood game where it was clearly touched, but like they got that one wrong. So then there's a lot of chatter come out about that.
Yeah.
So maybe, but they've been overdoing it all year. So
yeah, true.
They need the chip technology will help if they can get that running.
I can't wait for the chip technology to come in. We've already seen what the Snicko has done.
Yeah. And they use it in like soccer. They can tell whether a soccer ball goes across the line to the millimeter.
Yep. It's fantastic.
We will be able to tell when it touched the hand to where it was when it touched the hand. And it'll get rid of most errors that we made.
For the scoring.
Yep.
Definitely.
But even out of bounds as well.
Yes.
We're getting a lot of out of bounds wrong.
Early in the season, more so than now. And I think, but yes, back on the question, got a bit sidetracked with scoring there, but 100% they need to go back to 3.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Bit tired, Todd. Keeping you up, mate.
You are, mate. ready for bed.
Zoe said she is still on the train. Beautiful. All right. So next question. Zoe says, so is Max King the problem?
I don't think so.
No, now I'll put what I wrote down here. I'm like Ross Lyon with a heap of exclamation marks. It's his game plan. We've seen 2 different styles in the one game. So if they had Max King, he probably just kicks 8 in the second half.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were missing that tall forward. But yeah, obviously Jack King's got a couple in there towards the end.
If they can play like that next season, they will finish in the top 8. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
They might find out
Is
because
it
I hear
too little or too late? Like, obviously it's too late for this. Still three behind this team. Two wins behind.
yeah, too late for this season, but they might find out next year because I hear Max King might be on the move.
But then
really?
haven't we been saying that for
Unhappy.
the last 2 years? When was it
Ben?
the first 5 rounds of last season? We're saying, oh, St Kilda look good. They're 6 on the trot, but then they've just sort of fallen a heap. Yeah,
Fell away again. But it's more game style this year than players falling away.
Yeah. Well, Raul Marshall's looked good the last couple of weeks, playing more as a forward.
Yep.
But I've heard he's unhappy too.
Yes. Clear, but are they unhappy because they're not winning, or are they unhappy with his game plan? I don't know. Maybe Ross Lyon needs to go.
I don't think they'll get rid of Lyon. They
they
moved.
Especially now that they've beaten Sydney on the.
Yeah, I don't think they'll get rid of Ross Lyon because they did too much to get him in.
Yeah.
But with how many behinds that Sydney kicked as well, like
That's it. Sydney did miss a lot of shots. So
correct, but
could have been
that's where St
completely
Kilda took advantage, and their pressure was very, very good late. The second half, very good.
Well, that's what we're saying. Pressure against Sydney, they're going to score. If you can pressure them into missing those scores, like Freo did last week as well, they missed a lot of shots last week because of a lot of pressure on them. That might be the way to beat them.
Yeah, I think so. And look, we haven't been talking too kindly of St Kilda, probably because our expectations early in the season were a lot higher than what they are, than what they've performed, but they deserve credit for today's win.
Yeah, 110%.
All right. That's it for the viewers' questions, boys.
Oh,
Beautiful.
everything's nice and short and sweet. I'm going to bed early tonight.
yeah.
Definitely. 5
roll
minutes to
it
go
into
through the
tipping.
tipping. $5.
Just as I get up the screen.
So just for those that are wondering, that $5, we had it yesterday on the footy, we were all betting $5 on 50-50 calls at the Bucks party. So I'll put $5 on Carlton getting the next clearance. One of the other boys would call that bet for $5 and they'd say GWS. I lost $50.
Yeah, he lost. I think he had one win all day, and that's because I felt sorry for him and gave him the easy one.
And I still nearly lost another one that you gave
Still
to.
nearly got it yet. I gave him goal. What was it? GWS to kick the next goal, and they took a mark in the forward 50 and he missed it. And Carlton went end to end one time.
Yep. All right, let's get. Sorry, Egi, tipping.
That's right, tipping. So we got ESPN fan on top. I think the tipping's jackpotted again, so we're up to $15 this week. I think special mentions go to Calzo and someone else that got 7 this week. It was pretty hard to get 7 before the upsets. I think most people got around 5 or 6.
That's huge.
But yeah, we got ESPN fan on top, and then Fort Worth, the Perthian. The first honourable mention is Intense Spot. It would be me. I don't recognise any names in front of that. If you do, let me know. And then we got Haley J in 11th. I think Ping's dropped down to 16th as well. But yeah, there's a few of us all around on that 96 mark, which is 2 behind the leader at the moment. So that we're still in touch. But yeah,
It's bloody close.
Upset this week. Yeah.
Who's got the smallest margin in the league so far? Do you know?
I'll have to have a look. Switched over to this screen. Sorry to put my side of my face to the camera.
To the camera? Yeah, margin's pretty tough to pick this year, isn't it?
Whilst Egi's doing that, Todd, do you want to answer that question from X-Men?
Question: you like Israel Adesanya in the UFC? I do not.
I do like Izzy.
You do? I didn't because he come in from Volko. So I'm a Volko man.
Do you like him, Egi? Did you say?
I do like him.
I do like him as well. I think he's become a bit boring and stale in his fighting life.
Yeah.
I'm more a Peloton man.
A what man?
Peloton man. He'll get that.
Sure. I've got no idea what you're talking about, so I can't comment.
The lowest margin I got is Woofer down in 33 spot. He's on 433.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
I do know a lot of people don't choose the margin.
Yeah, just 0. That's what I do.
Yeah. And they sort of also we'll see what's if you choose right in the week, that's pretty good. But if you choose wrong, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, that's the show, boys.
Beautiful.
A minute and a half early.
Beautiful, guys. Thanks for another show.
Thank you. Everyone were running at about 75%. I think we got through pretty well.
I think by the end of it, I'm down to about 65. Maybe
Yeah,
even
I've
50.
gone to about 45. I'm yawning. The bed's just behind me. It's calling me.
Well, you're yawning, mate, halfway
Yeah,
through
I
the show. So. But no, look, just another reminder, if you haven't followed us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, please do. We would love to get more viewers and more interactions. Any questions for the show, please send through to one of those socials. And let's hope this weekend coming is another explosive round of footy.
Hope so.
Cheers, guys.
He's all.
Go Blues.